I'm Mr. Hanson. I want to take a little bit of time to explain to you how I developed my teacher portfolio, some of the things I did to improve the curriculum and student experience at Accelerated Education. Share my screen with you here. I developed a curriculum that I called My Life, My Dreams. And in the curriculum, there was a goal at the end to create a video of the student's life till third grade, and then after third grade, what their dreams were for their life, their career, things like that. I had a parent take a look at what I had created, and they read the draft of it, and this was their response. They thought it was something that was truly awesome for their child. This is a mixture of many different things. First off, it's the curriculum at Accelerated Education that they work with. They're taking social emotional learning, create that, interweave it within the curriculum. Then the students are learning and reading from epic books. They also get to see some YouTube for kids that explain things, especially like a virtual career fair. They have an protocol that I teach them, and then they use that to present during the weekly Zoom meetings. That's a Book of Chuka. So 4 slides that they create, and then they use that to share in the Zoom meetings. And then they're going to choose either a Google Slides or a PowerPoint to make their presentation. It's all done in the Zoom. On Mondays, I produce a video that goes out to all the families. Explain to them what they'll be doing in the Zoom meetings. On Thursday or Friday, I go over some social emotional learning videos and things during my video on Monday, and encourage the students to have an excellent week of learning. Then on Thursday or Friday, they get together for an hour-long Zoom meeting together. Maybe 4 to 8 students in the meeting, and then they're sharing their books that they learned with the Book of Chuka book report, and then they're going to be talking about that week, what I had said on Monday's video. They present and talk about what they're doing towards their project, getting feedback from each other and learning and seeing each other's projects. After the meeting, there'll be a half an hour long breakout room with 2, at the most 3 students together. They have a chance to share. I've had great parent involvement, finding out what other students are doing, refining what they're doing, discussing the project, what was supposed to be done that week, and putting their slides together for that week. And then this is integrating subjects together. There's science, because they're going to be learning about their personal timeline, their social studies, and the study of their career. There's language arts, a lot of that, and then the reading and the writing that they do, and there's social emotional learning that's integrated into the whole thing, and listening to other people, understanding what they're saying, seeing what they want to do with their life, all integrated into technology. And we want to begin our life with the end in mind. What do they want to become? Who do they want to become? They want to learn to plan ahead. They want to set goals for themselves, and they want to think about their choices and how the ones they make today and how that affects their future. This is an 8-week project that I made, but certainly it could go a lot more than 8 weeks with all the information and things that's packed into it. We use the Epic books online. Excellent book resource for students, great to read. There's questions at the end on lots of them. They're great. Am I an athlete? Am I an engineer? Do I want to go to the military? Am I a scientist? All these different topics. They have lots of great information in there. Went in there and reorganized it so the students can easily find things that they're looking for. Then they will be keeping a journal during the time. In the journal, it's a time for self-reflection And then they're going to be reading in a book of their choice from Epic, and they're going to be doing a Book of Chuka book report on, they say they want to be a teacher and they read some book about it. They want to do a book report on that during the Zoom meeting. And then it's also lots of personal reflection in the journals that they create. They're going to use either Google Slides or PowerPoint. And at the beginning of the project, students are going to get a timeline, a template, things to fill in so they know what that. The template's going to give them direction, but they have lots of room for creativity in making their project. This is week 1 through 3. The first week is out of Accelerate Education Science, and it's a personal timeline that they have in the curriculum, and then they're going to use that to say, what does their life look like? What year do they graduate high school, for instance? If they want to be a doctor, how many years of education do you need to do that? Then they're going to learn about their dream career, look around, maybe check out some, read about different things, and then they have an autobiography that they need to write the third week. It's outlined here, a simple autobiography, and it's going to be put together on the slides that show their life till today. And then week number 4 to 6. So week 4 is a question of what are your talents? What are you good at? Are you good at math? Maybe you should be a scientist, or maybe you should be a dancer. You're very good athletically, or whatever that might be. So they get a chance to explore that. Who are they? And then the next week, we're going to talk about vacations and where do they want to go? What do they want to see in the world? Who do they want to meet? What do they want their life to look like? What kind of things do they want to do? And then the 6th week is a very important week in interdependence. We have man on nature. They need to know that they have to rely on each other and how they contribute to society. That's part of their project to understand that. And then the last 2 weeks is going to be appointments with the teacher. The teacher will be going over their Zoom, their projects, and they'll be producing the MP4 with the students narrating it, kind of a conversation between the teacher and the student in case they get stuck and need help in their narration. The teacher is there to help pick up the slack. And this will become their supplemented assessment that they do. At the beginning, they need to decide who they want to dedicate this MP4 to. Mom, dad, somebody else in their life that's important to them. And then teacher create a slide for that at the beginning, so it's dedicated to someone important to that student. And then after people produce theirs, we'll be still getting together for Zoom meetings, and they have a chance to share what they created, to get feedback, talk about it. My future, my choice. Hey, what are you thinking you want to be? And I want to show here how there's lots of social and emotional learning within this learning assignment. Students are more self-aware, reflecting in the journals that they create, who they want to become. Responsible decision-making, very much a part of this. If you want to be a certain person in the future, you got to be responsible today. And how do you do that? The relationship skills that they'll have developed during the Zoom time, getting feedback, giving feedback, being sensitive about how to do that and how to encourage each other, social awareness. They're more aware of themselves, more aware of other people, what they're wanting to do, what they want to be with their life. This is a very important element of the project to understand, the authentic learning that goes on here. We have a tangible product that's at the end. This is the MP4 that's created with the teacher. We have integrated subject. We have science, social studies, language arts, for example. We have people that are design back planning, meaning that here's the end. We want to create this MP4. So how do we do there? Each week, what do we do towards creating that MP4 at the end? Personalized experience. Everyone has a different experience, and this is very much about them. They're going to be role playing when they do their narration for their MP4. Collaborative learning, especially happens in the Zoom meetings and the breakout rooms. they're collaborating, they're talking about, hey, how do you do this? What did you put on there? Things like that. So when we look through all these, I don't want to touch on every single one, but you can see how there's lots of authentic learning that goes on within this project. Authentic learning includes these things listed here: research and writing, definitely doing that. Their analysis of themselves, about their story. They're talking about their chapter entries and their journal entries, reflective writing. They'll be doing that. They're discussing things in partners and in groups. So getting self-assessments and understanding who they are, and peer assessments and evaluations from their parents, and helping them put together their project. And this is definitely a presentation at the end, and a project-driven curriculum with portfolios. In tiered learning classroom assess, yes, every student is going to do a different speed, a different amount of information. They have room for their own creativity to do this at a level that they know how to do. And like the quote says here, it's something that the learner creates. Authentic learning. There's a couple quotes about authentic learning. It shows that education is of the real world. This is a real world question. Who are you going to become? What do you think? What's your dreams? Where are you going? Very much about today and how they want to get there for the future. It's empowering students and their learning experiences as they create their MP4s and develop their slideshows. So as we wrap it up here, I want you to see that I created this. This is for my teacher portfolio. And dream big, work hard, stay focused will be talked about throughout the whole project. And then surround yourself with good people is important if you're going to reach your goals. So I thank you for your time. And this is Mr. Hansen